Hello.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm here. I'm here. It's not a bad day today. Welcome, everybody to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up like I'm doing right now. Um, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Just because we asked you to. Follow us on Twitter, IG, all of that good stuff. Alrighty, so on the docket today, we have the Real Housewives of Orange County, season 16, episode 10, Edible Derangements. What'd you think of the show, Jamal?
This was good. It was hilarious. I mean, and Heather's such a good mom. Such a supportive mom.
Mm-hmm.
L-
Mm-hmm.
And as pretentious as she can be, and that's like kind of the fun part of her, like you really get to see like her with her kids and like the advice that she gave Jen. I like their friendship. I
Yeah.
like their friendship a lot.
Okay.
You just don't like Jen.
I don't. She's like this close from getting another name from me.
Like what? Okay, so what is it like? What? Okay, we go character by character. Like, what is it about Jen that irks you?
um, her looking well, not looking down. Her saying that she can't relate to other people, to other women who don't work for a living. The way how she says one thing one way and then the other way, like with Heather. She takes everything, all the advice that Heather's telling her, and she goes, okay, okay, okay. Then she gets in front of Ryan and she doesn't do it to plan. Like, and why do you have to get step by step instructions on how to manage your marriage? And
Mm.
then, like in the car, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but in the car in this scene, she said, I have to get a divorce. And then she's with Heather at Shanna's house, and she's like, but I love him. I don't want to fail. Which is it? Like,
I think with her, like, I understand what you're saying. Believe me, I do. I think what it is with her, and this may sound kind of bad. I just don't think she's giving herself enough time to really process everything. She doesn't take time. Like she's very go 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 go.
uh huh.
I mean, go 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 go. Like she's not sitting down and assessing everything. She wants everything to be easy since her work life is so busy and hard. She doesn't understand. Like, you need to sit down, like, literally in a dimly lit room with some candles and maybe like some vodka and really just be by yourself and think things through. You can't have the answers like that.
Okay. Sorry. I
She
think.
wants answers too quickly versus working through them and processing them. And that's a problem.
Okay.
But I do like Jen, and I said this on previous shows. I just want her divorced. I'm sorry, I do. I don't want to see you miserable. I don't want to see
Mm.
you unhappy.
Oh,
You know,
sorry.
if you guys aren't willing to go to couples counseling and
Mm-hmm.
we see you work through this and y'all really be real with each other and just lay it on the line like Heather and Terry did,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see you on the show. Find me somebody else. Because if you're not going to work, either you need to work through it or get a divorce. That's where you guys are at right now. And that's what's making her annoying for me, even though I like her. Is like you need to take the time and make a definitive decision of what you want. Either you tell him, babe, I love our family, but we need counseling.
Mm-hmm.
Or you say, babe, you know, work my last 15th nerve and I want a divorce.
Hi, everybody in the chat. Y'all are going off. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So FM says Heather's maturity is great, 100. But because of all of the dysfunctional other ladies, it comes off sometimes as annoying. But grateful to have her back on the show because she's the only real wife. And up, dollar bills. Yup. She got that shmoney.
Hmm.
She got that shmoney, honey. And we here to watch it. And some of us are here to scope it out and see how we can break in. But otherwise, yeah, she is weird and controlling. Ooh, um, Yanni felt the same way as Susan did. Filler, but at least it wasn't a cat fight and yelling. True, because they had edibles. I think more edibles should be introduced to these.
Mhm.
Salt Lake City. They don't need the micro edibles. They need like the jumbo size edibles to just calm those bitches down. Susan thought it was filler. FM says, besides, y'all's are way more entertaining. If they weren't the first show in the franchise, I wouldn't even be checking in. Ooh, oh my goodness, FM. Okay, Lord, you stay safe out there, my darling. You stay safe. Um, Thank you for watching this ridiculous show. All right, so welcome all of y'all in the chat. And whoever's experiencing that bad weather, please, 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 please stay safe and stay warm. Um, the micro edibles were the best part of this show, and for two reasons. Before getting to Shannon's house, when Heather was taking the sticker off of the Baccarat little crystal bowl, and her saying, let's put the gift receipt in there so we have a friend at the store who could tell us if she returns it. Love that. And
Right.
when they were at the house and the little meltdown with Noella and Emily happened, and Shannon got reminded about the micro edibles and got so excited. That's why I like Shannon.
I'm not gonna lie. I love seeing that side of Emily. Just go in on Noelle and let her know the business. Because she told us, she's like, I can't talk about divorce. And it was like, that's all you talk about. I'm like,
But you
well.
know what? I did agree with Emily voicing her opinion with regards to always hearing that yeah yeah yeah. But when she came on the couch and she says, I've been in like so many conversations. Girl, you put yourself in half of those conversations by trotting over to Noella's house to find out, are you okay? What's going
True.
on? Helping her throw away divorce papers, serving flowers.
Right.
You can't be mad if you put yourself in half of those situations. At least I think so.
But that's but that was the beginning of the situation though. Like when she first like got served. I get that. I get that. But you're not trying, that shouldn't be the topic of every conversation. And this conversation wasn't about Noella. It was about Jen.
And I thought it was a little premature to bring up the prenup question. Did I want to know? Yeah. But he only left last night with the dog and came back today.
Right.
Okay, we could have held off on that. And she says, "Well, I went through this 6 weeks ago." Da, da, da. Okay, but when you was going through this 6 weeks ago, you didn't want to hear good advice from other people.
Nope.
So then put, remember back 6 weeks ago, she might not want to be hearing that either. Just saying. Why does Yanni keep on getting held for review?
Let me see
Jamal,
what's going
do
let
you
me see
know
what's going
why?
on. Uh yeah, they shouldn't be, I'm there. They shouldn't be held.
I'm sorry about that, Yanni. Because like that's the third one that I've noticed. Um. Okay, we're trying to clear them, Yanni.
Yeah,
Um.
I just cleared them, I think.
Yeah. Um. So I just totally lost my train of thought with that. See, this is why I shouldn't be doing this during the show. I should just focus on this stupidness. All right, so let's start off from the top. We see like a bunch of the wives with their family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heather's out to dinner with her family. Since you love this family dynamic so much, um, you can talk about it. I was focusing on the beef on the grill and the edamame.
On
Leonard
Nobu?
drinking. We was
Yeah,
back
Nobu, right?
again. It felt like it. She was calling everybody by their name. I guess she owns a piece of that restaurant. I don't know. Or they getting a
Right.
substantial discount because they got that expensive beef for that grill. Did you see the marbling in there?
Yes.
That was that expensive Japanese beef. Can she adopt me? Since we're doing adults adopting adults, Heather, you invited people over to your house who were feeling rejected. I feel rejected on a daily basis. I don't know what sexuality I am. You can help me figure it out right up in your house. I can sleep in the Shamps room, just putting it out there. And
Listen,
occasionally bring me out, dust me off, throw some water on me, and take me to Nobu, and then take me back to the Shamps room. I'll be good.
send me Nobu, and we good to go.
Mhm.
Nobu and Shams, that's all, in micro doses. We're good. We're good.
I'm good. I'm easy. You won't even know I'm there. I'll wear black all the time, so I match the floor of your Shamps room. We good. Um, this is the episode that we are told that Cat is a lesbian and Max is bisexual.
Right.
Right. Why is Cat saying that there's such a big age difference between her and the twins? Is 6 years?
Cat, it should be 3 or 4.
Three
Cause
or
she's
four?
four. Cause she's 14.
Oh, because I'm like, wait.
So in high school, those years are a lot different. The gap. So when you get out of
Yeah,
high school, when you become adults, the gap is much smaller.
true, true, but 4 years ain't that bad.
No, but I'm just saying, no, it's not that bad. I'm just saying, in high school terms, it's like, oh, okay, we're seniors, you're a freshman, we don't talk to you. The dynamics are completely different. But when you get out of that teenage me stage, the gap is much smaller.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah, the only thing I focused on was the beef, um, and the grill.
And I like the way that Heather handled that little spat between her children at the table. I thought the way she handled it, she's like, okay, look, I understand, but maybe you're being a little oversensitive. I'm like, see,
It
that
was well rehearsed,
it was still
and
good.
but the thing between the sisters when Max says, "I thought you said you didn't want to eat that," and she was like, "Stop talking to me," like that. Normal kids, that was real. But Heather's scripted. I'm June Cleaver, Mother of the Year, 2021 and 2022. Hey, um, you'll love your sister eventually. I love you. I love you too. I love you, other little kid, the youngest one. I love you.
But I will say the part where she said, like, my sister, like, we were good. We have some rough spots, and now she's on. Now we rely on each other. Like, oh my, oh okay, that was. I felt that. I felt that.
Mhm.
Like y'all must have fell out some kind of hard at some point, cause
Oh, Stephen, bring this up when we get down to Jen. I think this is a good point, and maybe why I feel the way how I do about Jen. I don't know. Okay. Um, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Jesus. Noella meets with Emily for a pedicure. Shannon is having a luncheon at her house, and all the ladies are invited. And she's hoping, we see in a sidebar segment that Shannon is hoping that Heather and Jen can come to terms, amicable terms with Noella, and she hopes that all goes well. And Emily, good luck with that, girl. Um, but back at the salon, um, Noella says that she has a mediation meeting coming up, and Emily is asking like some questions, like some lawyer type questions, and I felt like Noella was kind of answering but not answering. And Emily
hmm
says that it can be suffocating when talking with Noella because most of her conversations revolve around her divorce. And Emily feels like she has to walk on eggshells with her when she starts asking her questions. Um, let's see. Emily's also trying, I felt, to like make Noella accountable for some of her behavior. on the Cabo trip, but I don't think Noelle is really hearing that. Um, I do agree that most of Noella's conversations relate to her, but that's who Noella cares about. Noella.
Right.
Like, why are we surprised about this?
I mean, but she's got Bronwyn syndrome. I mean, we've already established that.
I don't know. Heather and Terry show their children. Oh, they didn't show their kids before. I thought they did. Anyway, the twins are 18. They just graduated, so 4 years. Um, Noella is one season and done. Really, FM? You think so, Jamal? You think she's only one season?
Well, I wonder, like, do want to bring up this tweet while we're on that subject.
Mm-hmm.
So give me 1 second.
Mm, wait, I went way far back. Sorry, y'all.
All
Uh,
right. So this is from at Roni_Bravo on Twitter. And according to them, this should be the direction hashtag RHOC goes in for season 17. Last night, the cast finally gelled. They need another season, but without Gina. She brings the fun down. So they want Shannon, Heather, Jen, Noella, bring back Alexis, Emily, and another housewife. That's not Jen. That's not Gina.
Gina is a waste of space on this show. Honestly, she was complaining. I'll when we get to that, we'll get to. I don't even know why she on this show.
Ooh, and Dorinda Deadly says, one of our another favorites, this would be insane. I still think letting this cast evolve without Vicky and Tamara for a couple of seasons is the right move.
Yes, yes, yes. Can you tell I don't want to see Vicky and Tamara back?
Hmm. But what do you think? I'm looking at this cast. If they stuck to this cast and added a newbie, I think it would be good.
Why are we bringing back Jesus Jugs?
Oh, because we need to hear about the lawsuit. The
With
lawsuit.
who?
Oh, remember her ex husband was suing Shannon and Tamara.
Right,
So
but I thought
that
that settled a while ago.
correct, but we want the dirt with Shannon on screen, and see we want basically you want to see that contentious relationship and how that goes.
So we're bringing her back to
I think
make
she's a new man.
Shannon uncomfortable.
I think she has a new man too. Hold on, let me. I think I saw a report.
I saw that. I saw she has a new man, and so does Noella. Um, her kids, Ablavi, her kids. I don't think her kids have the same dad. Like the littlest one is for Sweet James, but I don't think the first one is for Sweet James.
No, it's not. No, the first one is not his.
Right.
Oh, here it is. Alexis is engaged to boyfriend Andy. Somebody.
Huh? What?
She's
Sorry.
engaged. She's engaged.
Ugh. I don't care.
Oh, okay, he's a film producer for a couple movies. Okay.
Broke,
Wait,
broke.
hold on. What's Andy Bone? What's your name? We got five. Sorry, everybody. Rabbit hole time. Keep talking. I'm trying to figure out his net worth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he's coined enough for Alexis.
That's all about.
Oh no, 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 no. That's too bad for him. Nope, we can't bring back Alexis.
Why? Why now? Why? Why? Why you change?
Because Andy Bone has a net worth of 1 million. I'm gonna need you to know.
Thank you. Okay. See? Broke, broke.
So he's a net worth of 1 million.
See, because
He
like we'd be bringing in, swapping out one Gina for another. Sorry.
he was once married to some other woman. He's a film producer. Yada yada yada. He has twin daughters. Whoa! They have twin daughters.
And don't you have 3 kids?
Right.
No, again, we're swapping out Gina for Gina. No, next. No, no, no.
Hold on.
If I wanted to watch Brady Bunch, I'd go on Retro Channel and watch Brady Bunch. Mm,
So I'm just trying to see Jim children. Okay, thank you. Those aren't his kids. They wrote this article wrong.
no, no, Yanni, let's get rid of Gina too.
So
We don't
yeah,
like, well, I don't like Gina.
so you know what it is. They wrote this wrong. This article is so bad. I hate when they do stuff like this.
Uh huh.
So I knew she had twins, but there was yeah. I mean, uh, oh, if she was on Marriage Boot Camp in 2019, yeah, we can't bring them on.
She
Mm
doesn't bring anything. Sorry.
mm.
You can find somebody else though.
Yeah, I mean we can't bring back Alexis. Yeah, there's no point because we were just bringing back Alexis in the same space that she left. You know, because remember when wasn't the husband like going through bankruptcy while they were on the show?
Yeah.
See,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no,
His
mm
trampoline parks weren't doing
mhm,
well.
mhm. This is pre C19 too, so
Mm-hmm.
we can't blame it on that. If you're gonna bring back somebody old, you need to either bring back Gretchen or Lizzie. One of those two.
We
Not
don't want
Alexis.
Gretchen and her broke ass neither, because with Gretchen brings Slade, and that's like bringing back the cockroaches. You just sprayed and got rid of all cockroaches, and now you want to bring them back. All of them in the cockroach category. No.
My dream would be for them to bring back Lori. Because I want to know how she's doing.
I don't.
I just,
I
but
don't.
who would you bring back? And don't say Lydia.
Ew. I hated her. I hated her. There was something wrong with her mouth that I couldn't stand. And I thought she was just a little bit too pretentious. And no, she didn't interest me at all. Um the only person that I would want to bring back from like old that has already been on the cast,
Mm-hmm.
um the lady that was in Playboy and was a real estate person, and Tamara threw the wine in her face.
That's Gina.
Jenna? No.
Gina. Gina Keogh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But just for a brief period and as a friend,
Okay.
that's all. Because I liked it her, and she knew how to stir up trouble.
Right.
But yeah, but any of the old cast members, the only person from the old cast that I ever wanted to come back was Heather, and she's here, so I don't really need anything else.
So you want new.
Yeah,
So
bring on
basically,
some new broads on this show.
so you would want to go Shannon, Heather, Jen,
Not really.
Noella,
Maybe.
Emily, and
Yeah.
two newbies.
Right. Or maybe four newbies.
You just want the show to be built around Shannon, Heather, and Emily.
Yeah. I don't want the show per se to be built around them, but in the vicinity of.
Okay.
And I think that we rely too much on going back to what's already been there. But if we got rid of it in the first place, why are we going back to eat our own shite? I mean, come on. There was a reason why they left.
So you want basically these three and some adjacents, some French folks.
Maybe just get rid of the whole damn show. Because we only got one woman on here that got the shmoneys. And I'm gonna need a couple of them. Like when Shannon and Heather was in the same Newport Beach neighborhood with the shmoneys and competing for who got the better house and who got the most this and all of that. I was here for it. Um, I do think that the foundation of the show should be Shannon and oops, should be Shannon and Heather.
I can go with that. But I
Because
do like
when they're
Emily.
agreeing, they get along really well. Mm, um, hold on. Noella Noella is boring and I want her off. She is jealous of Heather and giving me middle class housewives. Well, it's more of broke housewife because she had to struggle to find the one credit card that was working, which was connected to Instacart and Amazon.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay,
A
so
Blobby wants Shannon to turn on Heather.
no, we already had that, and we get like mafia wannabe pretend smackdowns. No, I like the two of them together. There's a drunk one, and then there's the one who's calling the cab and picking up her friend off of the gutter, and out of her own vomit, and that's Heather and Shannon. That's what I want to see. Okay, so next we have Shannon's luncheon. And all the ladies get to the house. The last to arrive are Heather and Jen, and we get a shot of them in the car ride over. Of course, we saw the little scene where Heather, sorry about that, y'all. Heather is saying, let's put the gift receipt in there. We have a friend at the store who could tell us whether she returns it or not. Um, but in that car ride between Jen and Heather, this is why I don't like Jen. She's a flip flopper. I don't care, and she just doesn't make sense to me. Stop complaining and do something. If you don't like your marriage, seek counsel, and that could be counseling or attorney, either one. Just do something. What do you think about the car ride and what she said about she wanted to get a divorce?
I mean, I get her. I understand the why, but I'm more of a fan of like you guys go to counseling first and try to work through it. If it still doesn't work, then divorce. But
Well, we find
y'all
out
got
at
three
the
kids.
lunch. We find out at the lunch that they've done it.
Oof. Yeah,
Remember, they've gone to Tina, which is what the marriage boot camp that Shannon did when she was dying or dead or something. Remember, she
hmm
did that. Everybody's bringing up the different counseling that, oh, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Girl, you supported all the counselors in Orange County. I think it's time to go beyond counseling and just seek, someone in Sweet James's profession.
I mean, at some point, if you've done everything you can, sometimes it just doesn't work.
He's not that into her. He's not. Like, he's not interested. He's not present whenever they're in a scene together. Um, what's the point?
Yeah. Well, I
What's
say
the point?
for both of you.
Mhm. Because I could not be in a relationship where a man is looking through me like that.
I agree. They both need. They both. It's like one of you needs to be strong enough to say like, it's not working. Let's just go our separate ways.
Oh, Yanni says boot camp is for light issues. They need real counseling weekly. Boot camp is for light issues? I didn't know that. I've never been in any sort of counseling. Isn't it evident? Um, he's not deep, boy toy. How many of y'all, when he packed up and left, because that's what she says, he packed up and left last night. He took the dog and left her and them children at that house. Where y'all think he went? I
To his
know where
mama's
I think
house.
he went. No, I think he went to his friend house, who happens to be a male.
You so messy.
If y'all want to call him a girlfriend, go ahead. He does come off like that to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the way how he looks at her with absolutely no interest. Like he's not here for the puss. He got other interests in mind. Just saying. Um, they say in the car that they are not going to talk about her issues with her husband. She gets in the house, and I think it's Emily who asks her if she's okay. And then she blurts out, "My husband left me last night." So that starts the circling of the drain with regards to all of them bringing up their relationship issues with ex husbands, which then leads Noella into, well, this happened to me 6 weeks ago. All of the wives are either giving suggestions of counseling or things to try, and Noella's the only one at the table saying, "Is there a prenup?" I do appreciate the question, though. I'm not going to lie, but it was the wrong time. Did you find that Emily was cutting off Noella?
Yeah, she was just sick of her basically.
Okay.
That's really what it comes down to. She's like, basically, I'm sick of you, so I don't want to hear you talk.
It was the only time that I agreed with Noella. Emily wasn't letting her finish a thought, but the thought processes that Noella was explaining, again, I thought it was too early, especially if you don't know what, like, if okay, if I'm now sitting down at this table and I'm hearing for the first time ever your husband has left you last night and came back again this morning, I'm not going to start talking about divorce. But if he's been doing this for 3 years, once a week, every week, then I'm going to say, girl, I don't want to hear no more about this. You know, he up the street with Steve at his house. Um, call you a divorce attorney. Don't tell me no more about how he left.
Right. And when she said,
You
"Oh, he
know,
left," when she said he left, I'm like, "Oops." And then she said, "Oh, he came back the next morning." I'm like, "You know what? He's such a
and we
nice. Go
sat
back to his
down on
house."
the couch and held hands and something. I was just
And fell
like,
asleep watching a movie or something. I'm like, But the thing is this. Here's the problem. You said he came back. He came. It was a. He came in and yelled at her. I'm like, are you serious?
yes.
How about no?
Wait, Steven said, maybe Ryan is with Noella. That's only if they were having a dog date. That's about it. Uh, Viva said, I wanted somebody to tell Dr. Jen to be quiet and that she was being embarrassing. That's what she said to Noella. Woo. Oh. Okay, so Steven says, then Noella would be privy to whether Dr. Jen's marriage is done. You think she knows something that we don't?
Who?
Noella.
I don't know. She may
That
have
that
heard. She may have heard some things.
through
So I bet
Brian?
because you maybe, but you remember she has an ambassadorship or something with another med spa. So I wonder if those people who are the rival team know things about Jen and her marriage.
Uh-uh.
And Noella heard it through the grapevine.
I heard it through the grapevine. Uh-uh. Well,
I
anyway,
I think that's a
you think
scenario
so?
right there.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. Well, Emily is interrupting Noella, asking questions. Well, saying first, I don't think the prenup thing is appropriate at this time. Um, you know, uh, and just asking questions. And Emily just goes off. Emily goes all the way off. And by that point, Heather and takes Jen away. Um, Shannon sees that her event is spinning out of control. Gina is like just open mouth at Emily going off again. I like when Emily goes off. She didn't have too much to drink this time, though.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Um, they we see in the next scene, Emily gets up and leaves the table, and goes and joins Shannon, Heather, Jen. It was just those three, right? I can't remember.
Right. And then
Yeah.
someone comes later, right?
Emily comes in, after she does what she does at the table, and she's just like, she realizes that if you challenge Noella, she gets defensive. And Noella should have realized who she was opening up to, because Emily is an attorney. Emily will always ask questions, and if it doesn't make sense, she's going to rephrase the question and ask it again. She's going to be drawing conclusions in her head and continuously asking questions in order to get to the conclusion that she has in her head. Noella is playing a dangerous game with Emily because Emily will win.
Right.
So Noella needs to deal with the truth with regards to Emily. With any of the other girls, she could lie. Unless it comes to medical stuff, can't do that with Shannon.
Right, because she gonna call the facility and get the paperwork.
Yes. So they each have their specialties.
Right.
But with regards to her divorce, yes, Emily might not be a divorce attorney, but she knows the basics of law. Remember, she was able to navigate like what's due in California law, and then say, I'm not familiar with Puerto Rico law, but it could be the reason why he filed there was because he thinks he can escape what's due here in California,
Mhm.
you know. um I mean, Carrie just wanted to. Okay, so Yanni says, I didn't. Emily cared that she just wanted the tea and stirring, but I think Noella was relying on Emily because she's an attorney, very shady. Ooh. And FM loves Emily popping off. I do too. Whether it's drunk or sober, I love it. And I don't want her to explore why she's so angry.
Here's the
I
thing
love
with
it.
Emily, and this is why I know it's with Emily. She holds back to spare other people's feelings. I think the Emily that we see when she has those outbursts, I think that's just who she really is and what she's really thinking on the inside, but she holds back. And I'm gonna say this, and it's not because I really don't care for Gina that much. It's more because I see Gina as a hindrance to Emily. Because Emily, if you know with Emily, she's always the one who has to like, who's always caring about Gina's feelings. How's Gina doing? Like, I don't want to hurt Gina's feelings. Let me not take a shine from Gina. She's very she's very conscious of Gina's insecurities,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she holds herself back because of that, and she needs to stop doing that. That's why I really don't like their friendship, because she's a much better friend to Gina than Gina is to her, as we've seen. Like,
Mm-hmm.
basically, Emily got thrown over for Heather Dubrow,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Yep.
what it is. And she did the same. Gina did the same thing last year.
With who?
Was it
What did she toss her
Bronwyn?
over for?
And they remember they had a fracture in their friendship, and Emily felt like, you're not being there for me, like I was there for you when
Oh,
Emily was
was
going
that with
through
her
and shame.
with the drug driving charges?
Yeah, like
Because Gina didn't want to hear what Emily had to say. Emily told her, you got to be real careful with that. You're going to get your license. That she was giving her, she kicked into lawyer mode, and Emily didn't want to hear that. Not Emily, Gina didn't want to hear that. Gina just wanted somebody to go woo, 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 woo. But Emily called it like she see it. Girl, you a felon. Not a felon, but you got charges. So
like
I,
she's like she
I agree
spends.
with you.
But
I
my
agree with
thing is,
you.
like, to put it in better terms, in their friendship, Emily spends more time building Gina up than Gina does being there for Emily. Basically, Emily's doing all the heavy lifting.
Okay. So wait, Yanni says on social media, Noella is accusing Heather of having meetings to have Noella fired. And
Right. Welcome to Housewives.
exactly, exactly. I would love it if Heather had enough clout to have meetings with somebody to have Noella fired. I would love it. Can we film it? Oh, Hold on. Let's see. Uh, let's see. All right. So, da, 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 da. Okay, so they go back. Oh, this is where Shannon, someone reminds Shannon about the micro edibles that she got. She runs and goes and get them. She takes a bite. Heather takes a bite. Does Heather take a bite? Yeah, I think she does. And
Hmm.
so does Emily, but Jen does not. Maybe she has to go back to work or something afterwards. I don't know. But she's
Remember,
drinking wine.
but I think she takes medications too.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. The bone thing.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah. But yeah, they indulge, they go back to the table, and of course, Shady Production does the wonky wonk, and gives us the impression that they can't handle a little bite of an edible. Okay, y'all. Um, Shannon, da, da, da. Oh, when Shannon says that she loved Heather is now her drug dealer, her pusher.
That was
I
hilarious.
loved it. I loved it. Heather even helped Shannon to get the event back on track because the cookie service is up next. Um, I wasn't down for the coconut macaroons, but the meringues, I would have had a couple of those.
See, I don't like coconut.
I like the flavor of coconut, but shredded coconut I tend to stay
Mm-mm.
away from because
It's the texture for me.
it caught in my throat once.
Ooh,
Yeah, so shredded coconut, I tend to stay away from, but the flavor of coconut, I don't mind.
I've never been a fan of either. The texture or the
Oh,
taste.
so
Now
you,
I will say this though,
uh-huh.
a Gunya Pina Colada, which is more pina than colada, I'm okay.
It should be more rum than peanut or, or coconut.
Well, hey, most of the ones I've had, and I think is why I don't drink them, is because they've had a more coconut flavor. It's more of a coconut rum, which I don't like.
Oh,
I just don't like that flavor of coconut. It has to be very faint for me to deal with it.
okay, okay, I gotcha. Um, is this where Heather gives the toast to Emily's, not Emily, Gina's skincare thing?
Yeah. Now, was that done? Because I wasn't watching. I was listening. At this point, was it done at the table, or was this a flashback provided by production?
I don't
Because
know.
remember, because it wasn't brought up until remember, Emily was
When they
being
go to the
messy,
jungle gym.
right? And then Emily runs it back at the dinner, and that's when they showed the clip.
Mm-hmm.
Emily's being
I
so
don't
messy.
know. Let me. Emily is doing her best to be the pot stirrer, and I love it. I love it. But if you look at both Gina's face and Shannon's face throughout this entire luncheon event, both of them are distracted and rolling their eyes at one thing or another. Um, Gina, nobody is jealous of you and your face, skin care line, whatever you're doing. Um, I just don't care about her. I just don't, y'all. Uh, I wish her well. It's been a nice run on this show, but I don't want to see Gina back next year.
But what are your thoughts on her? I did not. Maybe it's just me, but I
Mhm.
did not like the fact that she was running telling people like, "Oh, Shannon can't stand that Heather gave me a compliment." I'm like, what? I'm like, she's jealous that like Heather like gave me a compliment. I'm like,
Nobody
what?
cares about her like that.
That just seemed like such a middle school thing to say. It was just weird. It was off
Mhm.
putting.
Yep. But kudos to Emily for taking that little piece of tea back to Shannon. And Shannon is just like, Congratulations to her on her business, but I've got like many businesses. Let her have that.
Right. She's on skincare, and she's in skincare being one of them. Like, oops. But it was weird. It was like Gina competes for friends,
I,
which is odd.
nobody cares about your relationship with Heather, and I dare say Heather is head on that list of not caring about.
Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, in the real world, where there isn't a script and a paycheck attached to it, do we see HD being anywhere near Gina?
I
She don't
mean,
know where that neighborhood is. And
well,
if you come
she
to the gate at Newport, I don't know her.
released the hounds. Did
Let's
you?
go.
Oh, she be like, did you not see the no trespassing sign?
Or even worse, is that my new housekeeper?
Stop.
Check her ID carefully. You know that two-step verification that you get on your phone.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, Gina, absorb all you can and enjoy all you can and get all of the free trips you can off of HD this season. I don't want to see you back next season. I'm sorry. I love your townhouse though.
Don't be
It's
sorry. It's
so
the truth.
ordinary. We see Gina and Emily at like the romper room place. Forgive me, I don't know the name of it. I didn't bother to look. That's where she tells, how she tells Emily how jealous Shannon was of her relationship with Heather. Oh my God, I actually wrote down no one cares. We see Heather and Kat gardening. There's some talk about how someone online made her want to take her flag down. Heather supports her daughter. Yay. Okay, and where was the dinner? Did I stop making notes? Oh, jeez. I think I stopped making notes. But yeah, I do remember that dinner. Who was at the dinner? It was Emily, it was Shannon, and it was Noella. No?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And Emily just asked Shannon outright. I think she's the only one that does all the questioning of everybody. Like the bold faced questions that we're all thinking, she's the one who goes and asks them. Mm-mm. Okay. FM. Why are these men always such losers? Oh my God. Well, anything else on the show that obviously I stopped taking notes? Did I miss anything else?
Mm, I don't think so.
Okay. So the show was entertaining, except for some people. Um, that was it.
Yeah, well, that was it. They were talking about I'm jealous. She's jealous of my friendship with Heather. I'm like, are you serious?
Gina is at this point is just grasping for some sort of storyline and relevancy. Does she have a storyline this season?
I think it's just her skincare line.
Uh, so no,
Oh,
she doesn't.
and her ego.
So double not. So no, she doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I mean, like I was hoping that we would see her and Travis work on getting a home. I thought that would have been a good storyline to where they went from having a blended family to him moving in to them working towards getting a home for themselves.
Mm-mm.
But I guess that's not happening.
Nope.
I guess her
Um,
storyline is being Heather's minion and launching her skincare line. Okay.
Ablavi asked, "Where is the housewife that get the $1 million payouts?"
Beverly Hills.
Oh, did they?
Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills and Bethany Frankel.
Oof. No, she doesn't get $1 million payout because that was her millions.
No, no. Bethany got paid like 1 million or 2 million
Oh, you mean
her
their
last season.
salaries?
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I think that's what Blobby's talking about.
oh, okay. I was just thinking about divorce settlements. Sorry.
Mm-mm.
Um,
And then remember, Candy makes almost 2 million
oof.
for what I don't know. Love you,
For the
Candy, but
dungeon.
and remember, Nene was making like 2 million and close to 2 million per season before she left.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, like these women not even worth half a million. I'm sorry, they're not entertaining me that much. Y'all might get 250 grand out of me, and that's Heather. And we just put that in her piggy bank. She ain't gonna miss that.
We could donate that to charity on her behalf.
Seriously, Heather would not miss
No,
that
but
check.
I can tolerate Candy. I can. I like even though she brings absolutely nothing, I still genuinely like Candy. There's something about Gina that it rubs me the wrong way.
You know
Like
what it is
I
though?
don't understand her decisions.
Like I think with Candy the difference is this: Candy came to the show with notoriety. She was already famous, so she's been working. And she's worked hard to build everything. And what she's done with the show, she's made sure to build something each season. Talking about has something going on.
Hmm.
Gina has nothing going on, if we're being honest.
Oh, so basically, I like her because she's got the shmoney.
Correct.
All
I wasn't trying to say it all like that, but she had the. But the thing is, she had fame and some shmoney. But now being on Atlanta, she has more fame and more shmoney. That's the difference.
yeah, because she has built on that since, like, she has
Correct.
monopolized this opportunity and
Hmm.
spread the wealth. Um, Gina been on here how long and only now putting out a face cream? Okay.
But in fairness, she said she's been working on it a year and a half. And she's only been this is only her third season, so it makes sense because you can't be rushing skincare line because if you put the wrong cocktail together, people come out and sue you.
Don't take this the wrong way. I have problem skin. Have since I was 9. Um, I'm not gonna go and look for anything from Gina to put on my face.
But let's be honest, would you really trust any celebrity product skincare
No,
when you're not from that field?
nope,
I mean,
nope.
I think Gina was in like marketing or something. Like, how do you go from marketing to skincare? If I'm going to do skincare, I'm going to need you to be in the medical skincare field. Because the thing is this, you can
Mhm.
hire a team of doctors and a lab to do it for you, but you're really not going to know about the ingredients and what's really going on and what could potentially go wrong. If that makes sense.
Yes. Oblavi is still saying they need to cancel the series.
I mean,
And Larja says Las Vegas would be wow. What wives can we get from Las Vegas?
so Las Vegas is
Ooh,
tricky, but you
okay.
but then so okay, so Las Vegas is kind of transient for the most part. But with there you have mostly um casinos, strip clubs, escort services, stuff like that. But now you have
Mhm.
the Raiders there and you have a professional hockey team there. You might be able
Oh,
to
swags
work
or
with Vegas.
rags or whatever.
Yeah, there's more,
Mm.
there's more stability when you have sports teams there.
I want a casino boss wife on there. Like, don't the guy that used to own Win, don't he got a bunch of ex-wives or something that we could
Hmm.
pull at least one?
And you know what? You know who that would bring in, right?
Huh.
Adrian.
Oh, Maloof Hoof.
Yes.
Oh, if she
Hmm.
wasn't so boring though, but yeah.
But she got. I think she is dating another youngin.
I'm not interested in that.
I am. Cause I
Just
want to
just
see
the
that.
just the shmoneys.
Right.
A lot of celebrities live there because
And or they
money.
can bring back Lisa Vanderpump because she got restaurants in Vegas and they love her down there.
Well, then let's just throw in the Hilton woman because she opened up a Hilton down there. Like, come on now, why are we just doing this?
Hmm.
I want like new heifers from Vegas. Um, Vegas, a Lamborghini parked at a grocery store is just a regular day. So's Miami.
But here's the thing with Vegas, though. Now I'm going to be honest. The reason why Vegas will also be tricky, is because of I don't think too many people want cameras in the establishments, if you know what I mean.
They what?
Not too many of them want like cameras in a business like that in Vegas. Based on what I know and what I've heard, I
That's
don't
why
think.
we need those people.
I mean, oof.
That's our next court case waiting to happen. That's our next ABC suit. That's our next like SWAT team arrest
See, that's what
point.
I'm gonna go to. That's what you want. You want to see some arrest from money laundering, racketeering. That's what you're hoping to see. You're hoping to see a wife go through a divorce from a casino owner and turn him over.
Ooh, that would be good.
See, see, I know how you think.
Or like the divorce because he's having an affair with a couple of the topless dancers from the cabaret at the casino, or the headliner at the Coliseum, you know, something like
Yeah,
that.
something simple.
Yeah, like Adele ain't doing nothing now with her residency, so we could put her on there. Is she pregnant?
I haven't been keeping up with Adele lately. I need now that you
Mm.
reminding me, I gotta keep up with her. They need to do. I would say Las Vegas is okay.
Mm.
Las Vegas, San Francisco, Chicago, and what was the other one in my mind? Oh, Boston would be very interesting. Boston would be very interesting to see. So they got all the sports teams. They got tech, but they got a whole bunch of stuff in Boston. So those would be the cities I would like. Or for something a little bit different, Nashville. Something a little different.
Um, I'm just waiting for Dubai. This is my last.
Every, everyone's waiting on Dubai.
Oh my God. I started rewatching, not rewatching, I picked up from where I left off on Johannesburg.
Told you.
I got sucked in. I was like 4 episodes in, and I was like, wait, I gotta go to sleep.
Told you.
The fight at the shop was
I haven't, I
epic.
haven't, I haven't got there yet. I haven't got there yet.
Oh my God. It's so much over nothing.
Right. Because my madame got in a fight with the shop owner and Crystal.
Hmm.
I'm like, how are you supposed
And
to?
it was all, you call me a bitch. You call me a bitch. I was like,
Well, what
wait.
it
Then they
was,
started throwing around purses saying, I can afford more than what's in this shop. The dresses look like trash though.
uh, mm, but
And
what it
Mercy
was,
had a point. Based on what I'm seeing here, there's nothing in this shop that would suit my style. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Crystal took offense. It
right.
all went downhill.
But then Crystal called Madame out her name and didn't own it. She backpedaled on that bad boy. I'm like, You was bold enough to say while she went around, but she's in your face confronting you. You gonna backpedal?
Mm-mm. And then when Crystal, oh my God, Crystal, Madame said, "Call me a bitch to my face." And Crystal pulled the little shop girl in front of her and said, "Bitch!" And
I can't wait to see that.
then started windmilling.
Oh my goodness.
I was cracking up. I was cracking up. It was just so fun. I love these international housewives. Um, I was in. Wait, what did I say? I'm sorry. Ooh, porn stars? That would be good. That would be good. Okay. Oh, I'm watching on Prime this weekend. Yes, watch it. Johannesburg is really good. If that's what we're talking about, Johannesburg is really good. Uh, what? I got 7 job offers in one afternoon selling cups door to door to get the gas money to leave the island. Wait, what? Obviously, I missed a lot of our conversation in here. Y'all are so funny. All right, so what else, Jamal? What are we doing tomorrow?
I think tomorrow's Miami.
Oh, I forgot about that. I've got to watch Maths Boston tonight for tonight. I've got to watch Miami. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Um, Lord have mercy. 11 a.m. Pacific. Had a brain fart. We'll be doing Real Housewives of Miami tomorrow. That should be winding down because they did their
Mm-hmm.
reunion too, right?
They did their reunion on the 20th.
The same week as somebody else.
I think that was Salt Lake City.
Oh, yeah. Salt Lake City needs to end. Um, what else do we have going on? Um, do you want to try and adults adopting adults? Do you want to see? Do we watch this week's and report on this week, or save it for next week? What do you want to do?
Save it for next week.
Okay, alrighty. But we didn't. All right, we'll talk offline. I'm confused.
Okay.
Um, Nothing new. All right, guys, it's been a blast. Your live chats have been amazing, amazing, amazing. Um, can't wait to see the comments from the replay crew. And that's about it. So, Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we're good.
We're good. So, until next time.
Of course.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.